Hey, Madden Warriors, this is Weston Weekly here. This is the one on one podcast with Junior. Welcome to the show, man. There's obviously some connection here, man. I think that everybody's going to be excited for this one, obviously, from a couple weeks ago. But, man, thanks for hopping on the show. I definitely appreciate you coming on and showing your face. I definitely do appreciate that because when you're having a conversation in a podcast, there has to be I have to be looking at someone, and when I'm like not looking at someone, it kind of feels awkward. And that's the last episode was kind of awkward. I'll be honest. But thanks for hopping on, man, and I'll let you have the floor. What do you have to say? You know?
Just chilling, bro. I like the league. It's fun. I've been asking Sergio for a while to put me in the league,
Yeah.
so that's one thing I've been telling, bro. I would have been better by now, 100%. But no, like for the most part, it's fun, bro. It's competitive. It's different from what I'm used to playing at least. And like I was saying earlier when we were talking, I normally only used to play with Diego, and then like occasionally I would like hop on, play like online, and then get my ass beat, and then beat a couple asses. Go back and forth. But now that like playing with different people and getting their like play style, and it's different, bro. It's better. If I would
No,
say,
no,
I like it.
definitely, 100%. That's one thing about this league is just doing the friendlies. It's eventually gonna get literally you better at the game, and it's gotten me better. Like playing Crook, playing Mondo, playing Chris, and Chris has been beating my ass for the last 3 weeks, and he's pissing me off with those Colts. I hate those Colts. But anyways, but man, like even playing Mike, how I met Mike, the commish, was getting off work, loading up at 5 in the morning, and just playing him a couple times. And that's when the league first started.
Yeah.
And it was one of those situations where, he eventually he's like, "Hey, bro, I'm starting this league. Like, we're like at week 4. Do you want to come in and check it out?" And I was like, "Hey, bro." Like I told him I know how to do Photoshop, video editing, and recording video and stuff like that, just because my TikTok and stuff like that, where I play people
Yeah.
online. But no, man, like it's the thing I like more about this league than anything is just the community and going into
Yeah.
the situation that happened like 2 weeks ago. I definitely wanted to directly apologize to you because like I'm a person that's like a part of this podcast and I'm like one of the faces of it, and I've come to realize
Yeah.
like bro, like you can't be crashing out when you're like one of the faces. And I've kind of drew back like today, bro. There's a couple of situations where I wanted to say something,
Yeah.
but I was like, bro, you know what? I took a step back. I was like, Mike wouldn't appreciate me saying anything. It's not my place. I'm gonna step back. I'm the editor. So I'm just let him handle situations like that from now on. Even though it does bother me when people disrespect the league, but I'll leave it at that. But going into it, man, like I love that you're a Niners fan. We got a couple of us in here. I see all the Niner hat, repping
Sir.
them, man. Like the Niners are one of those things where
Yes, sir.
no matter in like if there's a hard time in life, I know a lot of people like to pick on football fans for this, but dude, sometimes football is like an emotional outlet, bro. It really is. And there's people like,
Bro,
bro, like that guy's getting emotional over his team that's losing or like whatever. It's like, bro, like sometimes like people are like,
they don't understand, bro.
I know your brother is like a massive Bucks fan. I know that I bet he understands
Bro,
it for sure, bro. Like he wants those Bucks every
if if
season.
if anybody understands the most, it's gonna be Eric, bro. He is when it's
Rams?
diehard Rams fan, diehard Rams fan. That's the truth. He'll get emotional. Same with me, bro. Like I'll never get over that Super Bowl, bro. Never get
Yeah.
over that Super Bowl. I was like, bro, in my hands, I felt like, bro, we're gonna win this shit. Bro, it's the worst feeling in the world when you lose it, bro.
I thought that the last three Super Bowls, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs again, I thought they could have been like literally like 8 time Super Bowl champions right now, but we're sitting still with five. But
Straight.
shit happens for a
Yeah.
reason. With the new signings, with how does your brother feel about the
Hey,
Niners stealing Mike Evans? How does he feel about that?
he's upset. He's upset, alright, and he's like, bro, it's gonna affect me for Madden too, bro.
And then
He's
what?
like, I'm not gonna throw to fucking Evans anymore.
I don't know if you heard, but did you hear that a report came out today that he actually took less to come to the Niners? They were going to pay him more to go back to the Bucks, and he chose the Niners over the Bucks, which is crazy. I don't know what the mindset was there, especially with taxes involved and things like that for an NFL player. That's kind of wild. But
Yeah.
going back to the league, man, like is there anything that you think that we could do better?
Honestly, no. I think, I mean, for the most part, everything handles everything itself with the rules. Everything goes perfect. I mean, just the 3 days. I feel like today was a little excessive, bro. Because we could have got
Oh,
the day done. We
100%.
could have had games going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
100%.
just liked it how it was like last season, where like I mean, I had a couple sims last season because we couldn't figure out a day or a time or whatever. I feel like how it was last season, it ran smoothly, and this season it's
Gotcha.
been a little longer. It's a little bit like and me personally, like if it gets down to the third day, it's because we couldn't figure out something. But I like to get that shit done as soon as possible. I want to get out of my hair. I want to like just get it done.
No, I,
Not think about it, especially with these losses, bro.
I
I'm tired of
respect
these
that.
losses, bro. I want
Hey,
more,
bro,
bro.
I believe you'll get better, bro. You just got to keep on grinding, play those friendlies, like I said, bro. Like everybody plays, playing everybody. You know, even going in back to last season, bro. Like when I first got into the league, like I was like one of the top dogs. Now it's like I'm like the bottom feeder fighting for the playoffs, bro. Like and obviously,
Yeah,
dealing with the two games, which I own that. That's my bad. I'm fighting, bro. I'm like 7-4 right now. I gotta lock in, so
yeah, yeah.
yeah, going back to that, but man, like I definitely do want to say I appreciate you coming on and talking with me and showing your face, like I
Of
said,
course.
man. It's great, having you on. Definitely. Going into it, into the conversation at hand. I know that people kind of want us to kind of go over it. Um, I would
Yeah.
say where I think I was a little bit frustrated going into the conversation. Everything is a little bit, like perceived. Don't know how someone is reading a text message or how they're perceiving it because of
Yeah,
context.
yeah.
But I
Yeah,
would
it's
say,
true.
like, I feel like I was personally getting attacked just because I said I could do good with the Saints, and that's where I was like, bro, why is everybody mad at me because I said I could do
Okay.
good, bro? That's the only thing I was
All right,
confused
let
about.
me clarify this. Let me clarify this. All right, so look, for example, for me and you, it goes way back earlier. I felt like earlier in the season,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I would talk to someone
Mm-hmm.
and you would just go in there and target me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, yo, like, what's up with this? You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
when I threw that shot earlier. And
Yeah.
as a man, I'm sorry for saying that shit earlier in the
Yeah.
season. That was fucked up, and I shouldn't have said that. And
Gotcha.
that's why after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it all Madden. I'm only gonna talk shit based off Madden, no personal shit, none of that. And then with the Saints thing, in my head, I was just like, bro, when you get the team and you play with them, then
Mm-hmm.
come and talk shit to me. You know what I mean? Then
Mm-hmm.
then tell me like how it is, bro, because that shit is ass. If you've been playing with them, you can't tell me you've been a like positive record. Like it's
Uh,
hard, bro. It's hard to win with them.
they are hard.
It's,
Their quarterback throws off his
it's
back
hard
foot.
to win.
He throws off his back foot a lot. It's one of those things where he's very inaccurate. The only positive thing I can say about the quarterback, going with Show, I think Tyler Show or whatever, Shuck or whatever his name is,
Yeah, I don't even know his name
he's
either, bro.
he's mobile. I would say he's mobile. That's the only thing that I would say is he can
Yeah,
he
he's
can
there.
get he can run around a little bit, and I feel like that's where his game is. If you're able to get outside the numbers and throw outside the numbers and like hit him on sideline passes, like don't throw anything deep or else it's a pick, or get on the
Yeah,
wheels.
yeah,
Get
pretty
on the
much.
wheels because he definitely does overthrow balls a lot, and it turns the interceptions and fumbles. I noticed he does fumble a lot. Other than Drake May, Drake May can
Bro,
literally get hit by like a bulldozer and he's still not fumbling. I don't know how, but even though
it's
when I played
straight
your
up, bro.
brother like in the last 20 minutes, he almost made me fumble there, and I was surprised that he didn't. But on a quarterback run to the right, but
Bro,
but no, man. Drake May is a great player when I'm playing with the Patriots, but I definitely can understand where you're coming from with the Saints. But in that conversation, I just felt like it was just like me saying I could do good, and then Bolius was coming after me. Obviously, you
yeah.
said something, and I was like, bro, like, hey, I just said I was do good, and then that's where the frustration came down to. It was like, hey, all I was trying to say,
Well,
bro, and then a bet
well,
got in.
honestly, like truthfully, it was like, hey, bro, if you wanna prove me wrong, to me, when not to the league, I don't give a fuck about anybody else. That's the truth on that conversation. But on that specific conversation, I was like, if you want to prove me wrong, run the team and show me. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean? And
appreciate
if you
that.
can run it to the playoffs, that's mad respect for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That's hella respect. Crick did it, and he has
yeah.
respect for that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
To me, bro, I can't do that shit. Fuck that. I will never go to the Saints again. Never go to the Saints again. I'd rather go back with the Bears again. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Like,
the Bears are
fuck
the
that.
Bears are pretty good, but yeah, man, like I definitely respect you coming in, and I definitely did want to get to the point where I did want to like kind of let everybody know, just because I feel like there was a little bit of confusion going around the league, mainly about like, oh, why did he get a 2 game suspension? And granted, I was angry, I was a little bit pissed off, like I was calling Charlago, Chris on the mic, like, what the fuck, bro? Like I was angry. I'm not even gonna lie, like
Yeah,
straight
no,
up,
yeah.
I was like,
Look,
I was like, bro, like. I was pissed, and I didn't even call Mike until probably 45 minutes after it was announced. I was just kind of, but I did kind of like step back in the beginning of this, mention, like I am the face of the podcast. Like I do a lot of the social parts and edit stuff together, and like I'm part of the league and one of the faces of it. Like I can't be acting like that. So one of the points that I wanted to apologize for is like throwing out something that I had no idea about that's personal, and that's like fucked up. And like I do apologize as a
Yeah,
man and as like a friend in there. Like that's no way to act as a 28-year-old. So I definitely do apologize for that because um, uh, I obviously had no context of anything. And just throwing out shit
yeah,
like I have no idea about, like just to like try to piss someone off is effed up. And
yeah,
I definitely respect you for like still coming on here because I could see someone taking that and like be like, no, f that guy. I'm not gonna get on his podcast. Like,
no.
so
But
I definitely
I'm
respect
gonna
that.
be. I'm gonna tell you guys all here right now and tell you, bro. I don't take nothing serious, bro. I've gone my whole life talking shit with a lot of people, bro. I don't take nothing to heart, and there's nothing you guys could say that I will take to heart. That's the truth. At the end of the day, we're here playing games. You know what I mean, and trying to win money. So
Yeah,
that's my mindset. And if there's a little shit talking in between, there's a little shit talking in between. Now, if it gets personal or anything, that I feel like that's a thing where you just talk on the side. You figure
yeah,
that shit out, but hey, bro, just chill it. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
then we can settle as a man, and then just continue playing, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, definitely, man. But like I said, I definitely wanted to apologize for that because that was whack. And like I said, I'm one of the faces. And like I said, from now on, like if anything is going awry in the chat, bro, I'm staying out of it and letting Mike and Scully and
Yeah,
Chris handle the situation and just kind of like I said, bro, I just do the podcast. I'm just here so I don't get fined. So that's kind of where I'm
yeah,
sticking. That's where I'm sticking. But like I said, man, I
yeah.
definitely do appreciate you coming on here and talking to me. I love the Niners set. I love the Niners in the background, the starter
Yes,
jacket. I
sir.
love all of it, bro. Like with the Niners, man, I think they're gonna do good this year. They just gotta stay healthy, and hopefully Mike Evans doesn't walk onto their practice field and just fall apart. Because I'm worried
Straight
about
up.
I'm just worried about him like walking onto their practice field, getting electrical magnetic field, and just I don't know. So
Yeah, drop. Yeah.
just drop instantly.
Don't
So
even talk about it, bro. Don't
man,
even talk about it. Just it's
as
like
as soon
I'm
as
hoping. I'm hoping everybody stays healthy, bro, and we make it to playoffs and just prove everybody wrong finally,
yeah,
bro. And we get to
yeah,
talk shit. And the best thing is gonna be in the Rams Stadium, bro. So we get to hold that
yeah,
motherfucking trophy in the Rams Stadium. That's
that'd
the
be
ultimate. Like, bro, that's done. That's it. That's
that
done.
that'd be
That's
sick.
it.
But thank you for coming on, Junior. Thankfully, we were able to squash it. Keep it chill, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, bro, anytime you want like any kind of play games, any kind of, I know that you've been playing with Junior or what was his name? Axel and
Yeah.
Mike, right? My,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
have they taught you anything that you didn't know before or
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah, pretty much different playbooks, different ways to catch, different ways to pass, defense, all of that different stuff.
Okay.
Actually, specifically, he was pretty much telling me like, "Bro, you're running too early." Even my brothers, they tell me like, I run way too early with the quarterback, even if the O line is holding up, you know. And I realized that, so I start to like stay in the pocket a little bit more and wait
Mm-hmm.
till the receivers open up and stuff like
And
that.
and
But I realized, bro, as
that's
soon as it snaps the ball. I try to get that shit out, bro, because I'm used to getting sacked. You know, I'm every team I've played with, it's either I can't defend right and I get sacked and I fumble. So to me, it's like I play fast or just get it out quick. You
well,
know,
that's the other
like
aspect with Madden. For me personally, like using the Texans last year with that streak that I was getting my ass kicked.
yeah,
That part of it was rough, mainly just because I was so used to being able to roll outside the pocket. But with CJ Stroud, he
yeah,
cannot do that. And I would run like 20 feet behind the line of scrimmage and just take 20 sacks all day,
and it's sacked.
or throw interceptions because he's so inaccurate. So I eventually was able to evolve and just kind of stick in the pocket, stand there, don't run to the right because I'm gonna get sacked, or I'll throw a
Yeah,
tipped pick, and just kind of stand in there and get the ball out as soon as I can. Just don't sit there and run or anything. Like I would run occasionally and throw on the run,
yeah,
but it would always lead into an interception likely. So, but we're all evolving, and that's what I said, man. Like we're all just trying to make each other better Madden players, and eventually maybe holding up one of those trophies at the end of the season, which would be cool. I'm still working for my first one. I'm gonna keep grinding until I get there, but I wanted to say thanks for hopping on again, bro. I appreciate you. Don't want to take too
Of
much of your time. And shout out Madden Warriors. And
course, bro.
we're gonna keep this going, bro. We're gonna keep this going. So
Yes,
peace
sir.
out, guys, and I will see you in the next one on one.